Holy cow! Welcome to Donnie's Hangout Adventures. No, this one's for YouTube, so this one should be safe. I was going through my memories on Facebook. Don't normally talk about this very often, and I noticed on my memories from 2013, so it's been quite a bit years ago, that I went to an area that not a lot of people know exists at Indian Hills Community College. It's almost like an Easter egg from a video game. It's an area that not many people know about at Indian Hills. And there's people that go out to Indian Hills for 4 years and they don't even know that a cemetery out at Indian Hills actually exists. Yes, there is a cemetery out at Indian Hills. You know where it's at? It's over by, I don't want to say behind, it's almost in front of where the daycare center is out there. So most people, are they going to pay attention when they're dropping off their kids? Are they going to look over and go, huh, there's a cemetery over there? No, they're not going to really notice this. Notice that in and of itself. But I noticed it when I went out to college there a few times, because I'm always interested in, I don't know, exploring certain areas that nobody knows really exist or don't pay any attention. Is it a very big cemetery? No, it's a relatively small cemetery, and the only connection to the cemetery is they're all sisters. Yeah, I know that sounds a little weird. They're all nuns. That's what's in that cemetery. But, you know, I took pictures of it. This is before I was doing videos. I doubt I will head back there and do a video. What? Why? Why? Well, I don't think all cemeteries are haunted. This one needs to be explored or explained to me why it feels haunted. Actually, I'm pretty damn sure it's haunted. Okay. I remember this like it was yesterday, even though it was 2013, and this still makes my skin crawl, makes it stand up, my hair stand on end, just even talking about this, because it was one of the more creepy experiences I've ever experienced, and I wonder what was there before the cemetery. I don't think the cemetery has always been haunted. I think it was haunted before it became a cemetery. So I'm walking right by, trying to think where I was exactly. I was walking by and I was like really close to the Mother Mary of Jesus or whatever it's called. And it got really cold. I mean, really cold. And if I remember correctly on this day, it really wasn't that cold. It was like in the 40s or 50s. So it wasn't really too cold on that day. And all of a sudden it got really cold. And all of a sudden there was a wind when there was no wind that day. And a wind sort of happened, and I felt some kind of presence behind me. So I went to look behind me, and of course, there's nothing there. There's no ghostly figure or nothing. And I guarantee you, if you went to that cemetery at night, you probably would see a ghostly figure. I'm taking pictures in this cemetery while I'm doing that, and I'm going to try to post these screenshots. Sometimes they don't. It won't let me post screenshots, or in this case, pictures. These are real pictures that I took, and I look back at the pictures and I don't see any ghostly figures on said pictures. And after that, I just sort of said, you know what? This is really creeping me out. I says, I feel something here. I don't know if it was a ghostly figure or what it was. I didn't see anything. And I was like, I'm going to be leaving. So if you want to check out this Indian Hills Cemetery, well, just remember the story I told you that it's haunted. I don't know if it's because of the cemetery that it's haunted or what was there previously. I do not know what was there before the cemetery is there. So I don't know what was there before. But I seen that on my memories and I thought I would share a creepy story. It's probably extremely creepy when you really think about it, that a cemetery, listen, not all cemeteries are haunted. Not all are. But this one is. And not many people, like I have said, not many people know that there is actually a cemetery out at Indian Hills. And I'm pretty sure it's still there. I looked it up on Google, and yes, the cemetery is still there. So if you're really interested in, at your own precaution, there's a side road down by the daycare center. That's where it's located at. It's located on the other side. You can't miss it. At least when I was going to it, they had a really creepy opening iron gate that you could enter, and it made a creaking noise. That should have been a telltale sign to not go in there. That should have been a telltale sign, but it was not. I went ahead and went in under my own accord. So if you want to check out the cemetery, good luck. I wish somebody could tell me what was there before the cemetery. Maybe that would explain why the cemetery is haunted. Maybe. Then again, maybe not. Maybe not. And if you ask, if you ask me in a comment to film at the cemetery, the answer is going to be no. The answer will be no, because I still haven't gotten over 10 years later what I felt in that cemetery, and it wasn't a good experience. It was one of the scariest experiences I've ever had, and I was only taking pictures at that time. That's before I started doing my outdoor videos, long before. Just a cow, anything you want to add? Oh, I know, it was a little creepy, I know. Yeah, I know. You ever been out there? Oh, good. Don't. Stay away. Anybody else? Go with their own accord. You know what? That's all, folks.